Gonna lick it. It's very sour.
Bruh.
So I always say I'm going to do something very different, but today is one of those days where I am going to do something that's very out my comfort zone. Beautiful pink pineapple, courtesy of the Barbados Horticultural Society from Chelsea Flower Show. Look how gorgeous it is. And I'm going to be attempting to propagate it, but the reason it's way out my comfort zone is that I've never actually propagated bromeliads before. I've propagated all sorts of different types of houseplants and outdoor plants, but never before a bromeliad. So we're going to see how it goes. Look at that colour, it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Who knows if it will root? It's been in my bag a long time, so it's probably not going to be in the healthiest condition, and it is variegated, and if you know anything about variegated plants, is that they take a little bit longer to root and to grow because they lack the chlorophyll to photosynthesize and turn the sunlight into glucose, which is their food. So I was told the best way to actually do this is to twist, but these have got like really sharp barbs on the edges. You can see the little barbs there. See the little barbs? And so it's so super spiky. So I think I'm just gonna like try and chop it at an angle to try and keep some of this main stem area intact and then go from there. I'm also going to see if this one is edible. This one is quite firm, so it's probably underripe. I don't know, honestly, but we'll see how it goes. It's a lot tougher than I expected. And inside, you can see that it doesn't really have that much fruit. I'm gonna lick it. It's very sour. Would not recommend to eat this. And then I'm gonna try and attempt to take some of this off. I don't want too much flesh because that will cause issues with rot and probably build up of mildew and various other things in the soil which we don't want. I'm also going to be putting on some gardening gloves because these are getting really spiky now. Okay, that's so much better. But I might have to get a different knife. Yeah, my previous knife was way too blunt, so we're going in hard with one of these we use to pick asparagus. There we go. Right, I think I've cleaned it up enough now. We can see some potential. I'm not sure if they're nodes, but I see it on like other plants as well, where they have these little bumps, these white bumps, and usually something comes out of that. Roots, so I'm hopeful with this one that something at least will happen with it. Then I'm just going to use some seed cutting mix, some really lightweight, well-draining cutting mix. I'm just going to pop it in, wet it up, and then stick it in, and it's as easy as that. There, that's looking pretty good, just like so. And then hopefully it will be taking up some of that water. Hopefully it'll start to push out some roots. Who knows? Apparently it was grown in 30-degree heat under full sun. So we can't really replicate that here in the UK, even outside in the greenhouse. Who knows what's gonna happen to it, but that's the premise. So let's see what happens. I've got this flesh part left over, so I'm gonna do a long cut and give you like a midsection. Oh, it's definitely not edible. Yeah, looks like a little star. So that'd be really cool if in maybe 2 years we could get another pink pineapple, but we'll see, Might not be possible. I think I'm gonna put it outside in full sun, but then it's not got high humidity, and that's what propagating plants need. They need the high humidity. I'll find a way, I'll find something. Maybe I'll put it in like a Tupperware box, but then it could mold because of the lack of airflow, so who knows? Yeah. Then these ones appear like they're much more rotten as well, these small ones, so I don't think I'm going to use these. Yep, when they're like this, They are rotten all the way up the stem, so can't use that. This one is good, however. I've got no rots. So I'm just gonna try taking off the lower leaves. Like that. So it's much smaller, you see. And maybe I'll put this one in the aeroponics chamber, and because I know some people do propagate these in water, they just put it straight into water and they get roots that way. So I wonder if it will work as well with aeroponics. But before I do that, I'm gonna spray it because it's like from a rotten plant. I am gonna spray it with a fungicide. And rot can be caused by many things, but it looks, judging by the rest of it, like it is a fungal disease. So I'm just gonna pop that in there, around like that. You can already see like the parts where the rot would travel up the stem. It's in those tiny kind of, little focus, holes that run up the middle. And that's how disease spreads, mainly in plants, is through the main stem. So yeah, I'll give that a go. Well, if you want to see how well this pineapple does and if it works in the future, follow along for more, and maybe I'll update you in 2 years' time or something. In the meantime, there are lots of other videos that I create, random ones about houseplants. So if you're interested in that, take a look at them. Some of them will be in the links below. They'll be all around this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.